Welcome back, warriors of space and time, to Super Dragon Ball Hero Ultra Gold Mission, where previously, Demigra's dark forces have been facing off against our hero, with Vegeta arriving on the scene to take on the Dark King Demigra himself. But the Supreme Kais of Time, not willing to put up with Vegeta's ego, take the opportunity when Vegeta is a bit incapacitated to put the Potara earrings on both him and Goku, and with them combined into Vegito, they take it to Demigra something fierce. We also get a nice moment where future Zeno Trunks and the future warrior in black Gohan face off against a transcendent Cell, taking him down in a pretty sweet way. So, it's looking like we're about to reach the climax of this story. Will Demigra finally be defeated in this chapter? And if so, what about Io? Io's the previous Supreme Kai of Time. Has anything here changed her mind, or just reinforced her fears about all these alternate timelines? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, the Fusion Warrior, Vegito, versus the Dark King Demigra. Hajime! Alright, we pick up in the area of planet Namek that's been hellified. We pick up with Shroom taking on Gohan, basically turning into a Beyblade to try to strike at Gohan with his scythe. Gohan doing his best to avoid it. Gohan calls out, "I've already figured out the range of that scythe now." Gohan fires it off an energy blast, but Shroom manages to dodge, much to Gohan's shock. Shroom mocks Gohan, saying, "You're naive," which makes you easy to read, Papa. Love it when they call me Big Papa. Gohan once again finds himself narrowly dodging Shroom's scythe. As he calls out, his movements are too irregular to aim. Suddenly, the Namekian Black calls out, "My disciple, I told you your attacks are too straightforward." Gohan hears this and remembers his earlier clash with the Namekian in black. Oh, Gohan then uses the Spirit Ball technique and fires it out. Wow, someone actually used the Spirit Ball technique. Shroom manages to dodge, but then Gohan says, "On the right," and sends the ball in Shroom's direction. Managing to nail him in his midsection, with Gohan thinking, if the opponent's movements are hard to read, then deal with them once they move. Gohan then pulls out a massive Ki Blast attack that utterly decimates Shroom. Gravy calls out, "That Shroom, he let his guard down. Guess I should help him out to make him owe me another one." Deborah then calls out, "Wait, Gravy, those guys are still out there," as we see the Namekian in black charging a Makonko Sapo special beam cannon. Yep, and both Piccolo and the Namekian in black fire out a double special beam cannon right at Gravy. Gravy notices too late as he's shocked by the sight, saying, "Shoot, I forgot about them." And the two blasts just shred through Gravy. Deborah can only look on in disgust, saying, "What idiots." As Gravy hits the ground, Piccolo asks the Namekian in black, "How was that, my disciple?" Or, no, the Namekian in black says, "How was that, my disciple?" Well, not bad. Or, I'm confused by the way this is said. It's almost like Piccolo says, "How was that from my disciple?" And the Namekian in black says, "Well, not bad. I'd say it's a pass." That feels like it's how that should go. It's really hard to say. We then pick back up in the area of the selection realm that's also been hellified, where Demigra rips off his cloak ready to face down Vegito with his giant Hulk smack hands. I'll never see them as anything else. God, those hands kind of look diseased, honestly, with the patches coming up. Vegito thinks to himself, "He withstood my big move, huh? Looks like he's got some pretty tough arms." Man, the dark factor depends on how it's used. If it's used for defense, it offers a strong shield. Or, no, is that Demigra saying that? He then says a fusion warrior can last up into a certain time limit or a power limit. I've taken enough measures for his strengths and weaknesses. Vegito then says, "You're just stalling for time, what a nasty fighter you are. Let's have a good fierce match against each other." Vegito says as he goes in for a kick that Demigra Demigra manages to block. Vegeta then unleashes a fury of kicks, still with Demigra on the defensive. Vegeta then flips back behind Demigra and kicks him into the ground. Vegeta then summons his energy spirit sword and then launches it at Demigra. Oh, and much to Vegeta's shock, Demigra managed to block the stabbing. The long-distance shanking with minimal damage to his hand. That's durable. Vegeta says, "You really got some tough arms, don't ya?" He then goes rocketing in on Demigra. He redirects his trajectory to catch Demigra off guard. He knocks Demigra up into the air. Man, this action. Summons another sword and then just starts slashing at Demigra. But Demigra, hey, he is taking this like a champ, defending all of the strike. Demigra's doing pretty good. He knows that he just has to run out the clock, with Vegeta saying those arms are a pain in the ass. Demigra then knocks away Vegeta's legs, leaving Vegeta in a very compromising position. But Vegeta goes in for another Spirit Sword slash, but Demigra then uses Dark Factor Enhance, causing a wave of darkness to start to just consume part of his face, and he takes Vegeta's hit, but thanks to the darkness, as if it did nothing. Wow, damn, I'm actually shocked to actually see Vegeta just not really getting the hits in. Vegeta's taken off guard, and then he's suddenly whacked away by Demigra. Vegeta lands and adjusts his glove, saying, "So, it's not just the arms that are tough. You store a good amount of ki and release it." Demigra says, "As I said, I've taken special measures against fusion warrior. The moment your attack hit, if a focus of the ki of the dark factors on that spot, no matter how powerful your attack may be, it can be neutralized." Okay. Working smarter, not harder. And unlike you, I don't have a time limit. Vegeta says, "It's a really nasty way to fight, but in short, I just can't let you properly judge where you should enhance your defense." Yeah. Telling him how you're doing it probably wasn't the best move. Vegeta then brings out another Spirit Sword and says, "Then how about this?" And sends out a multitude of strikes, just in every conceivable direction. But it looks like Demigra's blocking them all. But his hands do start to chip and crack, with Vegeta saying, "Your vaunted defense can't hold this up for long." Demigra says, "Great speed and power indeed, but..." Before the final blow can be struck, Vegeta's energy starts to dissipate, and while Demigra's hands fall by the wayside, and he looks cut to shit, Demigra says, "As calculated, your time's up, and the fusion is undone," splitting Goku and Vegeta. This was actually a pretty solid fight, because it's interesting to actually see the villain just plan for something. It's just like, okay, I just gotta hold out. Demigra tells the two of them, "I admit the extraordinary power of fusion, but its forced dissolution is a fatal flaw." Vegeta then calls out, "What are you bragging about when you're so damaged that you can't even lift your arm? Even if the fusion is undone, I can still fight. I was going to send you to hell without fusing in the first place." The Dark Factor then starts to overtake Demigra's body as he says, "That's exciting." Goku and Vegeta are shocked as Demigra says, "In that case, I must take an offensive stance from here on out." Okay, that's a much better looking design now. Although it looks like his disease has gotten even more deadly and consuming to his body. Looks even cooler than in the anime, actually. That's the time power unleashed form, right? Naturally, Vegeta's not talking so big now. Goku, as Demigra forms a giant energy ball, Goku says, "Now he's gotten even more powerful. I really don't have enough energy left to fight that guy." And Vegeta says, "Yeah, me too. It might be good to just give up quietly for once here." And Goku says, "Yeah, that might really be a good idea." They both say, "Not." Vegeta goes into his blue dark power controlled whatever form, and Goku goes into his Ultra Instinct Omen sign whatever form, both preparing their final attacks. As Demigra stands ready, Vegeta opens up his Galick Gun. Goku unleashes his Kamehameha, and Demigra sends out his Chaotic Gigantus. Chaotic Gigantus. Wow. And it all just clashes. Jeez, what a blast though. Alright, I guess next chapter we'll see how things panned out. I will admit I'm kind of ready for this to be done. The action has been a lot of fun, pretty interesting, but at this point it's like, if they're not gonna beat Demigra with this, I don't know what's gonna take him down. So let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.